Mara Jensen had always been quiet, unassuming, the kind of person people overlooked. She moved through life like a shadow, never seeking attention and certainly never expecting it. So when her coworkers invited her to join a local shooting competition, she hesitated. She wasn't exactly a gun enthusiast, but something in the challenge appealed to her, an unspoken desire to prove herself. When she arrived at the range that morning, the air was thick with the scent of gunpowder and testosterone. Rows of seasoned shooters lined up, their confident smirks and knowing glances telling Mara in no uncertain terms that she didn't belong. They whispered behind her back, nudged each other, and outright laughed when they saw her. "This isn't for beginners," one man sneered. "Better stick to Nerf guns, sweetie," another joked. Mara kept her head down, but inside, a quiet fire was burning. She took her first shot, and the metallic ping echoed across the range. It wasn't perfect, but it was steady. Mara's focus was absolute. The world around her melted into a blur. With each round, she adjusted her stance, her breathing, the angle of her grip. The mocking comments faded into white noise. She noticed a few of the spectators beginning to pay attention, their smirks slowly being replaced with curiosity. By the time the second round began, whispers of, "She might actually know what she's doing," started circulating. Mara didn't care. She was in the zone, a rhythm forming between her mind, her hands, and the gun. The champion, a man named Cole Bradford, known for his near-perfect scores and flashy demeanor, looked down at her with a mixture of amusement and irritation. He had won the regional championship 3 years running and never imagined anyone like Mara would challenge him. As the competition progressed, Mara's scores climbed steadily, surprising even herself. The other shooters grew uneasy, realizing that their mockery had been premature. Cole shot next, his face set in a confident grin, but as the final scores came up, his grin faltered. Mara had not only matched him, she had surpassed him. Every spectator at the range fell silent for a moment, the tension so thick it could be cut with a knife. Mara stood there, calm and composed, as the officials announced her new record. The champion himself stepped forward, extending his hand. "Well, I didn't see that coming," he admitted, a hint of genuine respect in his voice. Mara shook it, a small, knowing smile crossing her face. She hadn't needed to prove anything to anyone but herself, but in that moment, she realized that she had shattered not just records, but expectations. By the end of the day, Mara's story spread through the local shooting community like wildfire. The same people who had laughed at her were now asking for tips, curious about her technique and her mindset. Mara didn't mind the attention, but she never let it define her. She continued to practice quietly, with the same meticulous focus that had carried her to victory. The shooting range, once a place of ridicule, had become her proving ground, a sanctuary where discipline and perseverance spoke louder than mockery. In breaking the champion's record, Mara had done more than win a competition. She had rewritten what people thought was possible, proving that strength often comes from the quietest, most underestimated places. And every time she returned to the range, she did so not to show off, but to remind herself that courage isn't loud, it's steady, deliberate, and unstoppable. For more thrilling, emotional, and unforgettable stories, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and share with friends who love powerful twists.